parshas Emor. Holding Revchav Gimel Revi. Vayidaber Hashem Moshe Lemo Dabra Bnei Yisrael v'Marta Leim Moadei Hashem. There are times, Moed. There's certain times which are Moadei Hashem. Asher Tikru Osam Nikroi Kodesh. You should call them. We'll see in a moment the Seforno gatherings. When you call them in callings of Kodesh, I mean gatherings where people gather for Kedusha. Elohi Moadoi. You know what Hashem is saying? If the gatherings are Mikrei Kodesh, then those are my Moadoi. And if they're not Mikrei Kodesh, if the gathering is for some other objective, which doesn't conform with what Hashem wants, Hashem says those are not my Moadoi. Take a look in the Seforno. First, let's do this. Darbal Bnei Yisrael Modei Hashem. Asei Modo Shi Yisrael Mulumodim Behem Shem Abim Sashana. Right? The Yom Tovim is dependent upon. Sometimes you have a leap year. When Pesach comes out, depends how many Adar. You have one Adar or two Adars. Al Gol Yushin Nekrum Koman Lalos Leregel. Those who were in exile, they were uprooted from the location, and they have to be Ola Leregel Vaday Lo Gidu Shalayim. Okay? So over here, take a look in the Sefarno. Beis. Moadi Hashem Shtikro Osam Mikrei Kodesh. He says, after this parsha, it speaks about the issues of korbanos, what qualifies as a korban, which Kohen qualifies, who qualifies. All this, the intent is that we should be worthy, that the Shekhinah should dwell in Yisrael, ka'omro, olas tomid l'doresechem, pesach ol moed l'fnei Hashem. The oldest for all generations, Pesach ol Moed, it has to be Lefnei Hashem. Asher Yivoid Lechem Shama. Diber b'Moadim, okay? Now the Torah speaks of Moadim. Yom Tovim, Asher B'Shvisosam Yichavin Lishbos Masa Hedjot. The whole idea is that by refraining from Malocha, it's to refrain from ordinary activity. Masa Hedjot. B'Tzosam L'Gamri, Kin Yishabsu Yom Kippurim. On certain of the Moadim, you have to totally cease, right? On Shabbos and Yom Kippur, Ochal Nefesh is also not permitted. V'lasub kulam b'Torah b'Iskei Kodesh, hear this? So what do you do on Shabbos and Yom Kippur, besides the other things? It's lasub kulam b'Torah u'b'Iskei Kodesh, to study Torah. You know, there's a famous Medrash. The Medrash says, Kodesh Baruch Hu, Shabbos comes to Kadosh Baruch Hu. He says, and when they were in Midbar, they didn't have to work. They had the mon. So they were fully engaged, day and night, learning Torah. So he says, what about when they come to Eretz Yisrael? Everybody's going to have his own portion of land. He has to become a farmer. What's going to happen to Torah? Nobody's going to study Torah. That's what the Torah came before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I have a special day, Shabbos. Shabbos is a day where they're not permitted to do Melacha. That day will be designated, that will be the day to study Torah. So he's saying over here, what is it, the Mikrei Kodesh? What is Shabbos Yom Kippur, that even Ochel Nefesh is not permitted? Lasuk b'kulam Torah b'Iskei Kodesh. Ka'omro sheishem tavod v'yom hashvi Shabbos l'Hashem Elokecha. How is Shabbos referred to l'Hashem Elokecha? In what ways is Hashem to slip through the day? To each, how is the l'Hashem Elokecha? It's refrain. You're doing something l'Hashem Elokecha. What way do you sanctify the day? Through Torah, the Limud Torah. Shetishbos Malachto v'Yischo Kula Hashem Elokecha. Hear this? You should refrain from your personal malacha, and your asik, your involvement, should be fully for the sake of Hashem. Ubutzosam tiashvisam lech zavodim levod. Certain moadim, the only type of malacha you have to refrain from is avod malacha. Belechas avod kamo shu inyan b'shar moadim. Hakavona b'hem shem simchas hayom sheyismach Yisrael ba'osav. That together with the joy that we rejoice with Hashem, yehaesek b'tzosam b'Iskei HaKodesh, we also kamram zal yom tov chetzi l'Hashem chetzi lochem. Right, and that's the way we rule. We roll Shabbos is Chatzi Lachem, Chetz Lashem, Ubezeh Tishre Shechina Al Yisrael B'li Sofek. And even though it's Chetzi Lachem, there's no question the Shechina Ka'omro Elokim Nitza B'Askel. Oma Osa Moadim Shtik Rosa Mikrei Kodesh Pirish. What are the Mikrei Kodesh? This is it. Pirish Asifos Am Liske Kedusha. It's calling the people to be engaged in Kedusha. That's gatherings of Kedusha. Ke'asiva Sa'om Tikro Mikro. When it says Mikroi, it's callings. What do you call people for? To gather. K'mo Chodesh V'Shabbos Kro Kori Mikro. Chen Al Mechon HaRtzion HaMikroel. Now there's Elohim Mo'adoi. Heim Osam HaModim She'ertzamem. What kind of Modim do I want? If it's Mikroi Kodesh. Gatherings of Kedusha. Omnam Kshil Tikro Osam Mikroi Kodesh. But if the gatherings are not for the sake of Kedusha, Avol Mikroi Chol, Viske Chaysho, V'Tanugos B'nei Odom Levad, you're calling people only to engage in the temporary life and pleasures of people. Lo Yeh Moadoi, Hashem says, those are my holidays. Avol Yeh Modechem Son Nafshi, quotes the Pasuk. Those are your holidays which I despise. If it's Moadoi, then I'm interested. Then the Shechinah is here. If they're not Moadoi, it's purely hedonistic, purely to indulge, Kiddush club, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's about. Hashem says, Moadechem, those are your modim, son nafshi. I despise that. I can't tolerate it. It's not simple. Come Shabbos, have a beautiful meal. No, you sleep all the day. People sleep all the day. They get up for mincha or get up for the rabbi. They'll come 15 minutes before mincha, get the last 15 minutes what the rabbi has to say, his shir. At least come at the beginning of the shir. Rabbi says his shir before davening Shabbos morning. You walk in half an hour late. What's going on over here? Okay. Hashem says it's Moadoi. It's Shabbos Lashem. He says Shabbos Lashem means the days designated to have a relationship with Hashem. That's what the day's about. Unfortunately, it's not. It's like people always say, if not for Shabbos, I couldn't make it through the next week. That's what Shabbos is. But it's not. First of all, when Yom Tif, no. First, Yom Tif, you have Aliyas Regel. You have Aliyas Regel. Okay, so you have call-ins there. No, which means, you have to. No, it means you have to. Yeah, things don't happen by themselves. The Gemara says in Brachos, Divrei Torah Tzrichim Chizuk. When it comes to Torah spirituality, you have to go out of your way. It needs continuously. You have to secure it. You have to shore it up. It doesn't happen by itself. You have to have shurim. Part of the schedule of shul is you have to have shurim. That's part of Mikrei Kodesh. You come to shul Shabbos, what's available? Certain shuls, nothing's available. There's nothing. Purely go daven there and that's it. And you come and you go and whatever else you do over there, but it's not Mikrei Kodesh. Other shuls have a whole schedule of shurim, a whole educational aspect to the shul. Torah's education. The emphasis of Shabbos is not. There's Oneg Shabbos. But there's no Simcha Shabbos. There's no question. There's no Simcha on Shabbos. There's difference between. Okay, we'll continue.